then he made it his own and put forth. I think it's difficult to describe an actor like him because he just, he would come one day and tell me that if he could do a certain scene a certain way, and I would say to him, okay. I would try to recall the sequence on paper and how I remembered it and how so it differed a little bit from what I had in mind. I would convey it to him. But I thought that this would be, and I had already, laid the track on the set for that kind of thing. So this is what I would like to do. You have a look. He looked and he said, let's do it your way. He had that in him, even though he felt that he wanted to do it a different way. When I told him what it was, when he felt that that was probably better, something inside him told him that, and he didn't hesitate to accept it. These are things that it takes a lot to admit, a lot to accept for an actor like that. So I think I have very fond memories now. I wish he was still with us, but since he is no more, I would say let beautiful memories stay with us.
Ramesh Sippy ji, the iconic Sholay. I mean, Viru. I read somewhere that he probably even wanted to play Gabbar. How did you dissuade? How did you dissuade him? Tell us about your conversation.
No. Of course he wanted to play Gabbar. Everybody wanted to play Gabbar. It was a colorful character. And he said he wanted to play Sanjeev Kumar also. He said, Nani to Sanjeev Kumar ki hai. So emotional. I mean, ये दो तो अंते हैं, मदद करते हैं उनकी, पर कहानी तो संजीव कुमार की है. मैं वो रोल क्यों ना प्ले करूं, मैं गब्बर क्यों ना प्ले करूं. मैंने काफी हीरो के रोल प्ले किए, मैं विलन का कर लेता हूं. तो मैंने मजाक में उनसे कह दिया, लेकिन हेमा मालिनी आपको नहीं मिलेगी. तो फिर मैं वही करूंगा.
How sweet. Seeta or Geeta was another film that you did together. How was that? There was Sanjeev Kumar, there was Dharmendra, and there was a double role of Hema Malini in that. Did you have to convince him to do that role?
I think it wasn't easy in that sense, but when I explained to him that, yes, this is Hema Malini's film, obviously, and I would be very happy if you can help by being a part of it. I know what you take away from it may not be as powerful as I would have liked you to have, but I need two wonderful actors opposite her, otherwise the balance will not be there. And I can only promise you one thing, yes, I cannot take away the fact that it's a female-oriented script, and it will be so in the final film also. But अगर आप ये कर लें तो मुझे personally काफी मदद मिलेगी to balance the two characters. He did it as a gesture of okay, and maybe because of Hemaji, I don't know. I guess that was also part of it. But I think he liked my film Andaz, and he wanted to be associated also. He was an upcoming, he was doing very well, so, and he decided to take that chance.
So what was it like to be with him on the sets? Did you see any chemistry? Was there camaraderie? How were film sets in those days?
Oh, very, very comfortable. It was wonderful. In those days, working on the sets was beautiful. It was not cut and dried. Not that it is today, not like the performances are not real. They're all very much there. But I think it was a bit different then. That family feeling on the set was huge in those days. So I think those were great experiences, great moments, and people on the set just interacted with each other in a very noble way. I didn't feel like, oh, these are stars and these are
lesser stars.
Yes. So it's, I think they were beautiful times.
You also saw the Jay Veeru friendship budding at that time. When you were making the iconic Sholay. मुझे लगता है मैंने 500 बार देखी होगी, if not more. Yes, that's the ode to the films that you've made. Seeta or Geeta, Andaz, Sholay. These are films we've grown up on, and all of these actors seem to be people we knew. Jay and Veeru and that scooter with that sidecar, had become so iconic. Can you tell us how this friendship actually started on the sets of Sholay? Just
grew in its own natural way, believe me. We started with the picturization of that song, opening song, but didn't finish it. The introduction was on the motorcycle and the sidecar, and then we left it and did other scenes and everything. We would always come back to it when we had some more to do. And like once I was shooting a sequence on the main set, and I said to my set designer, his assistant, I called him Aziz Bhai and said to him, I want you to build a road which would go up and down, and the motorcycle disappears and appears and disappears and appears.
Yeah.
And he listened to me. This was typical Aziz Bhai. हो जाएगा. 2 days later, he took me aside and showed me that it was. He had made it out of wood and then put sheets over it and then put stones and mud over it, and it was a road. I called the boys in. Paramji, Amitji, Rekhiya, this is what I want, and can you... They were just testing of the road. I mean, would it be strong enough? I said, that you don't worry. Aziz Bhai will never let you get on that if it wasn't
Unless
fit for
it's
it.
safe. Yeah.
They did the shot and they came out and said, fabulous. We felt very comfortable and it was lovely in the film also.
Yes.
So,
amazing in the film. You know, you see them going up and down and ye dosti hum nahi todenge. And I love the way you said, I called the boys in. I mean,
well, we were grown together. So, yes, they were older than me, but I was 30 when I made Sholay. And I think they were 35, 40, or closer to that. But Dharamji was older, Amitji was younger. So, yes. So we were 30, 35, 40, something like that.
amazing. Do you remember any such sessions, chat sessions, conversations at that time? Were there egos that came in between? Dharamji was older, as you said, more experienced, and had a body of work from Satyakam, Anupama, to films with Meena Kumari, up until Sholay. Were there any egos that came in between?
Please believe me, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel any sense of disturbing egos or I know what you're trying to say, a kind of who's getting the better of whom, a kind of there's always a combination of warming up to each other and also being aware that I hope the limelight is not taken away from me to the other person. But I could not see anything like that. I thought they were working so well together, all of them. That sense was not there on my sets. I had a very strong feeling like that.
Very well said. And did you keep in touch in the recent times? Were you in touch? Did you meet? Does it really happen that people, despite not doing films together, talk to each other?
Not as often as I would have liked, because people get into their own lives, get on with their lives. They're doing other work, so then we're absorbed in that, involved in that. It's not very. But yes, from time to time, we interacted, we socialized a bit, and we caught up. And I think, yes, I will now start missing all those days because the time is coming. We're all getting on with life.